Mary Fearon-Rose from the Sandy River area near Kellits in Clarendon dies just over a month before a planned celebration marking her 100th birthday. Her daughter recalls her final moment.
She looked straight in my face like this. And she just closed her eye. And me said, Daddy, you gone left me, you really gone? Daddy, you really gone?
She's buried beside her husband a day after her birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Everybody sing.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Grandma. Happy birthday to you.
Relatives and friends were getting ready to host a grand party celebrating the 100th birthday of Mary Fearon-Rose, affectionately called Danny and Miss Granny. But she died at Maypen Hospital in her native Clarendon approximately 5:30 p.m. on June 3, 2023. That's a month and 6 days before the planned celebration.
My mom holding her head like this. I said, Danny, I want to you. She didn't answer me. Me said, come, let me wipe you up and clean you up. And you go sleep because you never say it'll get late. And my mom, she never looked so good. And I said, but you come like you get shot of it. She never answered me. So I start to lick her back. And I said, maybe you will get maybe the accident or something. You need little ear. And me did me and I try to lick her back. And she looked straight in my face like this. And she just closed her eye. And I said, Daddy, you gone left me, you really gone? Daddy, you really gone? And that was the last I heard. That was the last of my mother.
At the midnight cry, we'll be going home.
It appears Miss Granny lived a pleasant life, not reflective of the confusion that surrounds the date of her birth. Her relatives recalled her telling them that she would have turned 104 this year, adding that her birth was registered late. Despite that explanation, the relatives have to stick to the date that's on the birth certificate. That's why they have declared that Miss Granny is 99 and that she would have hit this century formally if she had lived just over a month longer.
I looked at her and I know the stalwart mother I have, and she's laying down like that, it wasn't easy. I said, okay, God, this is your time. I said, God, this is my mother. You made her. You know her in and out. But one thing I know, you know that her heart is of pure gold, and also you don't want your daughter, Danny, my mom, to suffer. I said, God, let your will be done. Let not my mom suffer.
Some of Miss Granny's 13 children indicated that their mother's death was not a shocker. That's because her health deteriorated significantly after she contracted pneumonia, resulting in her being hospitalized. Her son, Winchester Rose, saw the end, and so he telephoned his relatives abroad, telling them to come home now. Sarah Howell was among those who arrived in time to witness her mother's departure. Al Rose made it into the island, but his grandmother died just moments before he reached her bedside at Maypen Hospital.
I was 5 minutes late. So but deep in my heart, I know that she heard me, and I told her that, Grandma, I made it. I made it, and I'm sorry that your eyes are closed, but you can hear me. And all I could say, I love you, Grandma.
Al was among a number of relatives and friends who attended the Thanksgiving service for Miss Granny at Reckford New Testament Church of God, just outside Kellits town, Clarendon. It was a sun-drenched Saturday, July 8, the day after Miss Granny's birthday. The atmosphere was filled with glowing tributes, and Winchester, no doubt, believes his late mother deserves all of them.
My mother, I could not have asked God to give me a stronger mother. I could not have asked God to give me a better mother. She was, or she is, a mother of a mother. You know, some mothers would see their sons or their daughters talking to somebody and said, oh, that's not your kind. My mother's welcome everybody with open arms.
If there's a fall in heaven, then Jesus put me through and give me one more chance to tell her that I love her. Oh, let me hear her sweet voice one more time.
Miss Granny, who was the first of 3 children for Alfred Fearon and Sarah Nelson Fearon, was born at Reckford District, Clarendon. She attended the then Sandy River Elementary School, which has been renamed Stacyville Primary.
Upon completion of school, she started her career as a farmer and later plied her produce in the market. Being a beautiful flower, she caught the eyes of Mr. Sims. Their relation produced a beautiful baby girl, whom named Gwendolyn Sims. As destiny would have, its relationship with Mr. Sims ended.
After her first relationship ended, Miss Granny fell in love with another man, George Rose, who eventually became her husband. They together had 12 children.
My mom, boy, she put her foot down. She was an industrious woman who worked in partnership with her husband to provide for the family. When the produce and the farm was ready, she would ride her down to the market and sell.
Miss Granny remained single since her husband, George, passed away 34 years ago on June 10, 1989. She eventually was baptized at Sandy River Church of God of Prophecy. Her church attendance was badly affected after she developed arthritis in her knees.
She was unable to attend church. However, she did not stop for praise you. You can always hear her singing the songs of Zion as she goes about her daily tasks.
Miss Granny migrated to the United States in 1991 to live with her daughter Sarah Howell. During that time, she made several trips to Jamaica until the year 2000, when she returned to her native land for good. Miss Granny did not only take care of her biological children, 7 of whom are still alive. She played a big role in raising a number of her grandchildren and great-grands. Akira Rose, in the remembrance, shared a number of fond memories created with Miss Granny.
Grandma, we, your family, are forever grateful to have you in our lives. You have molded us from babies into accomplished men and women. Regardless of the path we wanted to follow in life, you provided us with the adequate support we needed to excel. You treated our dreams, plans, and hopes as they were your own. You put our needs ahead of your work, and you worked diligently to provide for your family. You took the time to share your wisdom with us, such as being compassionate towards others and helping without seeking reward.
She was among relatives who also recalled Miss Granny's love for tobacco. Seymour Rose said Miss Granny was the one who raised him, taking him under her roof when he was just a year and 6 months old. Reverend Basil Rose delivered the sermon.
We must remember our Creator and give Him praise, honor, and glory before our eyes are closed in death. Praise the name of the Lord. Hallelujah. If Daniel finds rest in the hands of sweet deliverance, then we all know that it's up to us to live a life that when our time comes to go, we'll meet Danny again around the throne of God.
The Thanksgiving service came to an end. Pallbearers removed the casket from the church to the hearse. And then it was time to start the journey from Reckford to the family plot at Bullhead District in Sandy River, Clarendon. A band provided music from a moving truck. After covering a few miles on the relatively smooth main road, the procession reached the turnoff leading to the family plot. That's where the unpaved road began. The limousine couldn't manage the first bump, but that's all right, the hearse did. Pallbearers finally got a chance to do what they wanted to start doing much earlier, carry the casket on their shoulders. Miss Granny was home again. The casket was opened, and the people got a final chance to look at Miss Granny. They placed pieces of tobacco and a lighter in her casket. They also sang her the happy birthday song, although her birthday was the day before.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Grandma. Happy birthday to you.
Miss Granny's grave, built beside her husband's, was sealed. Most people left the graveside. Miss Granny's 16-year-old grandson, Justin Rose, who earlier had tears running down his face, sat alone near the graves. He is happy that Miss Granny was blessed with a long life, but surely he would have been happier if she had been around to celebrate the century. Fabian Rose, who spoke with the Beacon moments after her grandmother was interred, is excited to carry on Miss Granny's legacy.
I feel excited knowing that she is 99. We were about to keep her birthday party today, but now it ended up to be her funeral. But she told us before she died that she's not celebrating any party. She's going home. So figure more than less, she knew that she is going home. I am happy, I am proud. All of us really rejoicing. Right now we are just celebrating the life. And we are living her legacy.
Reporting from Bullhead District in Sand River, Clarendon, I'm Horace Mills for the Jamaica Beacon.